Hi everyone, welcome to another Sims 4 building video. Today we're building a landmark art gallery. Yeah, we're just going to build a landmark art gallery. I skipped the initial first part of the build only because it took me more than 2 or 3 attempts to decide where I wanted to place the main part of the lot, like the central part. So I just thought, well, it's going to take me so long to do that, don't really need to record it. So I just started recording from you get the main part of the build anyway. So the whole point of this building is, it's done in the style, it was inspired by some of the buildings Frank Lloyd Wright done, a famous architect. He done in the 1920s in Los Angeles. He done it in like this Mayan temple kind of style. Now this building is different to those, one because it's not a residence, and two, it's a lot more symmetrical, like those types of buildings. They're symmetrical to an extent, but this is like a landmark that's, it's hard to explain, but it's symmetrical on both sides. Those buildings wouldn't have been quite this perfect, I guess. But the main structure of the building actually, so those columns sticking out the roof there, those square columns, they actually run right through the building, because it kind of gives the effect that that part is like almost like self-supported by the roof. It's actually just done by columns inside. Obviously, you don't have to do that in the Sims. You could build it however you wanted, but I think it adds a bit more realism to do it that way. I also done this cool effect with the roof. I haven't done this before, but since you have a lot more flexibility to do pretty much what you like with the roofs in the Sims 4, I added like this kind of wave effect, almost something that you'd get in ancient Italian Roman buildings. But yeah, that's that done. Yeah, just adding these bits off to the side. This is where the staircases will be to go upstairs, as I don't want to intrude on that space in the middle, as there's not actually a great deal to do in this building, but it just looks cool. And it was designed in Newcrest, and the idea is that they commissioned just a standard modern art gallery, but then a local archaeologist, found these plans for this massive temple-like building, and they built that instead. So it's not actually an old building, and I use concrete textures for the walls, and the reason for that is it's supposed to be being done on a budget. And concrete's quite a cheap material, but it still has a cool effect. I use concrete and tiles for the exterior. The roof colourings change a lot throughout the build. Right now the white just looks like it's been snowed on, so that will change as well. But it's kind of like, this is the basic shape of the building. I skip painting the outside because it takes a while and it's quite repetitive, since all 4 corners of the lot pretty much look the same. Just they've been flipped, like horizontally or vertically or whatever. But it's a very symmetrical building, which is great if you like that kind of building. If you don't, this is not the building for you, and I wouldn't recommend using it. But I'd also be interested in the comments to know what you would use this building for. If you would keep it as an art gallery, if you download it, which you can for free on the gallery, the link will be in the description. But what will you use it for? Will you keep it an art gallery? Would you turn it into a house? Would you turn it into a club? Would you turn it into a library? I don't know. It could be a lot of things. Or it could be just a big building. Yeah. I couldn't decide on a trim either. Like, that trim was just way too detailed. Like, it's quite a minimalist building, especially inside. It was quite a challenging build because this kind of style doesn't have many windows, and you'll see that there's hardly any windows in the actual build. I also tried to keep it mainly base game. There is 4 items used in this build from other games, like other packs. There's no custom content as usual, but there is 4 items used from other packs, which they do play quite a big part in the building, in terms of one of them's like quite a key window feature on the outside. Another one is just the lights out the front, which you can pretty much use anything. And then the lights inside as well are from a pack, which you could change the lights inside as well. The lights that I chose though, like they give it quite a dark effect, and I'd recommend that it would be, like they're the lights that I'd recommend you use. But obviously, if you don't have the pack, then it's just the lights won't show up, or they might be replaced. So it won't be too much of a big deal, but it is what it is. Just add in the roof. I feel like if you don't do that to the roof, like you don't put the walls or fences on it, it just looks unfinished. So we're just doing that. Yeah. And then there I was just looking through, changing the lot time and looking through what you actually need. Just making it bigger. Just adding some windows. I wanted to use them windows, but they were not small enough. And also, I didn't like the blue colouring. The glass had like a blue tint, and it just didn't fit the build at all. I'd be fine in like a swimming pool or something, but not for this build. Talking of swimming pools, though, you could actually make a pretty cool, almost like a Roman bath type pool in here. But yeah, those are windows there. They're like ones that look like bits of rock, but they're rock-shaped glass. They won't appear if you don't have the pack. And I think it's the get together they come with, but that might be wrong. It's adding, that's literally all the windows in the build. And then actually, to be fair, on the top floor, that's mainly windows, but they're quite small. That T-Rex head doesn't make it to the end of the video, as that comes in the Get Famous pack, which I didn't want any of the sculptures and artwork to be from packs, because I figured like if you download it, you can put your own artwork in. I've just put sculptures and artwork in places where artwork should be, but you can obviously change it, especially if you're an artist and your Sim's an artist, then you might want to display some of their work here, especially if they do a lot of masterpieces, because they can be quite expensive. So where better to put it than this very grand art gallery. But yeah, just add in some more details. Columns feature quite heavily in this, in terms of like those big square columns. But yeah, just added some staircases so you can get upstairs. I was going to use ladders, but I was like, I actually want you people to go up there, because that's probably like the area where you get the best aspects of the build, and you've got some quite good views up there of the surrounding areas because you have got windows all around. So it's quite a good place to put your Sims. I do put some easels in there as well. I don't put them in yet, but I use Move Objects on just to put the easels up there. And then a massive square light. Finding a perfect light for this build is really difficult, but I think this big square light might be my favourite light in the game, as it creates a nice kind of warmth. But yeah, just in a second, yeah, just saving the game. In a second, you'll see that the building will be entirely landscape. There we go. So I actually skip doing the paintwork and stuff and just go straight into the furnishing. If you don't like me doing that, then comment below. But a lot of the time I do it just to save time in the videos, because it's probably the most like repetitive thing to watch, and it's not that interesting. But you see, we just add in some sculptures, some fences to keep people from touching them, even though you could walk around the fence. It kind of just it gives it that illusion, that like gives you that kind of sense of atmosphere that it's an art gallery and they're priceless pieces of art. Just adding the lights upstairs. These lights are also from an expansion pack, those kind of spotlights, which won't show up if you download it if you've only got base game. I really like those lights as well, especially for pointing at artwork. Yeah, and I delete the lights downstairs in favour of those ones, because I wanted the inside of this place to be quite dark. Like, you go in there, and I felt, because when it's dark, it kind of an eerie kind of silence, which is what you want when you're looking at artwork. Yeah, the placing the easels isn't. I was gonna, because these buildings on the outside that I've added, they just get used for toilets in the end. And it's quite funny because if you download the lot, when I was testing it, all the Sims went into one of those little buildings off the side because there was a celebrity going to the toilet, and they all wanted to go and take photos, which is a little weird, but that's just how the Sims works. And I didn't know of a way to program the lot so that Sims would always, like, you don't really have a front door on the community lots, so I don't really know a way around it other than deleting the toilets, but then there would be nowhere else for the toilets to really be. So I just left it as it was. Yeah. Yeah, like the house is definitely the art gallery is definitely a lot more impressive on the outside than the inside. It's very minimalist on the inside. Little furnishings, pretty much just the sculptures themselves. But yeah, I think it'd be quite cool to put like a wedding arch in this lot and have your Sims get married here, or have like a speech or something in there. That would be quite cool as well. There's also nowhere to sit actually in that lot. If come to think of it, when I built it, I didn't plan it with anywhere to sit down. It's a fun fact. But yeah, just coming into the screenshots at the end. There we go. Nice blurry screenshot there. And we've got kind of what would be the reception area. The main art gallery itself, and then there's going to be a few nighttime shots. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video,